What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Gotham video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated if you enjoyed it at the end of this video. So slap a like on this video if you enjoyed this episode of Gotham and you want more Gotham videos from myself, and turn on notifications while you're at it. Having a little cheeky October treat there. But Gotham is something else. Now, it is off the wall, it is bizarre, it is just a hell of a lot different to the CW shows in the fact that Arrow tries to be gritty and real. The Flash, well, that tries to present the Speed Force and Speedsters in the real world. And then we also have Legends, which, you know what, that's his own beast. And also Supergirl, which decides to be One Tree Hill mixed with Dawson's Creek. But we've got Gotham, which decides to do completely its own thing and decides to be almost as accurate to the comics as they can. I know they've changed a lot of characters, but they can't really use Harley Quinn and the Joker. You know, Jerome ain't the Joker, dude. Let's let this go. He's not. Because they're never going to use that in the TV show when they have the DCEU flying around. So they try to be accurate. But Solomon Grundy, that dude ain't ever going to pop up in a DCEU film. I would be shocked. I believe we saw him briefly in the kind of title card, but I can't see that happening in it being a major villain in a Batman film. So they're allowed to use him quite liberally here. And he pops up in a swamp, which obviously is Slaughter Swamp, and it is incredibly comic book accurate when Cyrus Gold turns into Solomon Grundy, and it could look incredibly bad. It could have been cringily bad. Could have been, even if cringily is a word. I'm not sure it's a word. But I really did like the way that he came up and he came out of the swamp and he just sees some, he wants a mate. He just wants to chill, wants someone to kick it with. And he thinks, you know what, this gramophone is lit. This gramophone is next level. They are playing the hottest nursery rhymes going. I mean, why are these dudes sitting around drinking and listening to nursery rhymes on a gramophone? They're not like going, oh yeah, let's put Post Malone Rockstar on this. Let's put on the latest diss track from Jake Paul or something like that. Nah, they're just chilling, which leads me to think that this show is still quite behind on the times, and I'm not sure when this is actually set. Maybe I've missed that. Let me know in the comments if you know when this show, what the timelines of this is supposed to be set, because I think a Green Arrow and a Gotham crossover could come up quite soon because Bruce Wayne was mentioned over on Arrow. So, Solomon Grundy, I really did like Solomon Grundy in this episode. I thought he was absolutely great, and I love the fact that the actor has completely switched, and the actor hasn't switched, but he has had to switch his character, and he's done it really well. I thought it was done really well. The makeup, the costume looks amazing. I really do like the way they've done this. And the rest of the episode was weird. I'm not talking Solomon Grundy coming out to people playing gramophones weird. I'm talking just bizarre. I'm talking Sophia Falcone and the Penguin, and she's sitting there rubbing his feet, like, and he's asking her to sing to her. I'm like, am I on the wrong channel? I'm like, dude, did I download the wrong file? Like, what is this? That was just... And she's trying to... I understand what she's doing. So, when the Penguin's mother died, he went skits. He went loco, man. He just didn't like this. He didn't like that at all. Who would, really, if your mother died? Let's be honest. But I ain't going to go around licensing people to commit crimes, you know. What might do, I don't know. But what happens here is Sophia Falcone, is trying to get under his skin. And what she did, getting that goulash recipe, which I don't even know, what the hell is goulash? We don't even have it in England, let me know. But she's trying to get under his skin by replacing him as his mother, which is very clever. And it's very Falcone. It lives up to her father, who is really the best or the most intelligent criminal so far on the show. And I really do like the way they're going with this. She's going to obviously betray him at the end. She clearly is going to betray him, so the Falcones take over their rightful place of Gotham, which I would like to see, to be honest. But the Penguin is just fantastic. I love the way the dude just pulls out his fork, and that's what I like. It's just off the wall. It's cheesy, it's canned, but somehow it's really good. I mean, the writing is just kitschy, but the actors, they do a great job of portraying everything in this show, which is no mean feat by any stretch of the imagination. And next up we have Ra's al Ghul. So, got Sophia Falcone, that storyline is going to carry on, but Ra's al Ghul's storyline has seemingly ended. But what I think is that he has transferred his essence over to Barbara just for now. I think for now, her essence, he's passed it over, and of course he will be back later in the season. And I think that there's more to this, to be honest, that meets the eye with everything that's happened so far with Ra's al Ghul. And I have to say, the actor who plays him, again, a great character. And all I remember him in Game of Thrones was just sitting around again, and then he just gets stabbed. Like, literally, he sits around, and then he gets stabbed. That is his story arc. That's it. And it was a shame, because, well, those chapters in the books, they were terrible. The Dawn can go away. I didn't like it. But the actor who played him was great, and I liked the styling of the hair going up, just like the character in the comics. So Ra's al Ghul is seemingly done. He's not done. He's going to come back. Lazarus Pit, Barbara transfuses or trans into him, something like that, or whatever. But I really did enjoy this episode, even though there was a lot going on in this. There was quite a lot happening. And Batman is now no longer the Batman, or whatever he is at the moment. He can't have his costume until he's earned it, which I thought this was actually quite a good idea. So they give him his costume. He has to now earn it after not doing very well. It's quite similar to Spider-Man Homecoming there. He has to earn his costume. Quite similar there. Spider-Man Homecoming copied with the Flash. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on there with Spider-Man Homecoming this week on TV. Strange. Well, I guess you can copy the best things in the world. Whatever. But the show is shaping up to be very interesting. I think we're going to see less of Bruce Wayne being Batman. I like the Ra's al Ghul was like his first sort of villain that he took on as Batman. That was quite cool. Hopefully we'll see more Selina Kyle as well. And I'm not sure where the Riddler is going, because he's done. And I thought his acting was pretty bad in this episode, I'm afraid. I think that he was a bit off, to be honest. I guess the actor, the character is off as well. So it's going to be cool seeing where he goes with Solomon Grundy in the like weird sort of fight club, underground club. The woman who actually looks after the people who fight as well. So I don't know what that's about, to be honest. But we're going to see Solomon Grundy in that storyline, which no doubt will get the attention of Penguin. And we've got Jerome as well, who is apparently going to be teaming up with the Riddler and Solomon Grundy. So I'm not sure where they're going to go with that, but that's going to be cool, seeing Jerome again. A criminally underused character, and I think that character will be in the top 10 underused or misused characters for decades to come. So yeah, it's a real shame that he isn't in the show enough. But I have to say, shout out to the Sean Pertwee who played Alfred. Undercrackers, what a line. And the whole Prison Break was stunning. Just a really fun episode. I have to say the Riddler's story arc is something which I really dislike. And I'm not really liking his mind powers taken away. But let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think on this. And I've got an Arrow and a Justice League video coming up tomorrow. So I'll see you soon, and goodbye.